I worked with a young woman who was referred to me because she hadn't talked at school, and she was very, very withdrawn, and they'd had a suicide at her school, and they were really afraid that she would be the next suicide. She was only 13 years old. When she came to therapy with her mother, she held her head like this, really literally to one side, shoulders hunched, head held over. Her mother did all the talking. Her mother said that her daughter felt there was something wrong with her. The daughter didn't talk at all. As we started working as a body therapist, I knew I'd wanted her to go from here to here, right? But first we had to explore this, and so I asked her about it, and she did talk, and she said that she wasn't confident. And as she went into this, she brought up memories of being bullied, like over and over, for being fat, which she wasn't, being Latina, being stupid, which she wasn't, and those impacts had a great impact on her. So she brought up one memory in particular of being 8 years old and reading something in front of her class, and everybody laughed at her. And so we had to work with that 8-year-old. It was very interesting because it was almost like a child, a 13-year-old, working with an inner child, an 8-year-old. Yeah, and but we hadn't really addressed her posture, because first we needed to do that integration with that 8-year-old part who was terrified to show herself and to sit up tall and bring her head on straight. And the 8-year-old really questioned if she deserved respect. She didn't think that she deserved any respect. So, we worked with that, and this girl was weeping. It was, it was really touching. And then after that, we started to address her posture and shifting the way her body held that limiting belief. But as soon as she straightened up, she felt really anxious. And that was that part that had gotten bullied, that was so frightened, So we worked with her, bringing her head up, and she had felt the anxiety in her stomach. And then she just brought her hands gently to her stomach to connect with that part and soothe it. And then she felt comfortable, shifting the pattern that held the belief. But we couldn't override that 8-year-old. That 8-year-old had to be included. The 8-year-old was terrified. So she had to keep track of that anxiety that belonged to that 8-year-old and keep soothing it through the hands on the belly, keep protecting it that way as she practiced a new posture.
Did that have any impact on her life at school?
She felt more confident. One of the things she said that was really touching was that she said she felt like dressing up. She felt like wearing nice clothes to school, like the popular girl, she said, like skinny jeans. And she'd always worn, like clothes that just covered herself up. So that was a really good sign.